we got Gaden here today. Krager's inside, and Aubrey's out here with us. What are we going to do today? Well, we're going to pull this transmission out and try to fix this monstrosity, this issue that we've been having with the car. So let's recap real quick. I'm not going to take long here. So what is going on with the car is we're having like a bell housing / starter issues. So the starter is grinding whenever you try to start the car up. That should be solved. We have a new starter over here. And then also we have some type of like a tapping noise that's going on inside the bell housing. Now I've had a few people mention the fact that it could be the retainer that is loose. Well, I've gotten under the car already and the retainer looks good. Everything's bolted up. Everything looks fine there. So that's probably not the issue. I think the issue is simply going to be the clutch is too close to the bell housing. Remember guys, we have an older style bell housing on the car. So the bell housing is smaller around. We have a 10.5-inch clutch in the car. So the fact that it doesn't have a block plate, if you guys don't know what a block plate is, it is this right here. The block plate also serves as a shim. So I'm hoping that that's the issue. When we initially put this setup in the car, we had no knocking, bumping, grinding, any of that, right? The only thing we had was a starter issue. We took the block plate out, we put everything back, and now we have like a bumping, I don't know, it's kind of an odd sound. Anyway, I think that's what it is. If the clutch is hitting the bell housing, then what we're going to do is grind a little bit on it and put the block plate back on. I think everything's going to be fine. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started here in just a minute. Guys, this is a family affair. We got Aubrey out here. She's going to get greasy, nasty, dirty. Gaden is in school right now for what? What are you in school for, Gaden?
Aviation maintenance.
Aviation maintenance. All right, guys, he's going to be working on aircraft. If he can do that, he can do this. Let's get started. All right, guys, we have everything out. Aubrey, show me your hands, Aubrey. Aubrey's a little bit dirty, just a little bit. It's got a little something up there on the forehead. So Gaden just went inside. He's taking a break for a second. So the main thing here tonight is just to get the kids out here and actually get their hands dirty. Now they come out with me a lot. They help me hold the camera and stuff like this. But to actually get their hands dirty, that means a lot. So let's talk real quick about what the problem was. So it's like I assumed, guys, and I'm going to go ahead and pat myself on the back here because I heard a lot of comments saying that it could be the bearing retainer and stuff like that coming loose, and that was causing the tapping noise. It's like I assumed. Right here, as you can see, the clutch was hitting the bottom of the bell housing. Now, why was that? Well, because
the spacer was not put on it.
Exactly. So even Aubrey knows, which you guys have already called this. I mean, you called every bit of this. The back plate was just enough on this particular bell housing, because this is the smaller bell housing. This is the E3. That was just enough to cause everything to hit. So next time when everything goes in, it's going to look more like this. So we're going to have that much spacing right there to keep from stuff like that happening. But we're not going to gamble. We're going to go ahead and grind a little bit of that out right there just to make sure that we have enough clearance, and we'll get all this back together. We also have a new flywheel. So let's look at the flywheel real quick. Both flywheels, as you can see, have been rounded off. I don't know if you can see this, but basically what I think is happening is the starter is over engaging and it's hitting the back side of the flywheel here. Same thing on this one. We have a new flywheel. We're going to put the backing plate back on it, the block plate, which should also shim the starter back. So guys, we're going to cross our fingers. I can promise you this though. If this thing if it doesn't knock and beat on the bell housing like it was doing, and the only problem we have is the starter just grinds or sounds like crap, we're going to drive this thing anyway. I'm going to enjoy this car one way or the other. All right, we're going to go ahead, look everything over. I'm going to do a little bit of grinding. I'll be back with you guys in just a few minutes. So here's your update, guys. This is what I did to make sure that everything is clearance just right. So I just took this little sander here. I think it's like 40 grit, 50 grit. And just went in here and smoothed this out until I saw all of the marks gone, and then went, a good bit further. So all this has really been smoothed out right now. It's a lot lower than what it was. So that's it, guys. That's what we did to make sure that everything, clears out fine. Also, you could, in theory, take a little bit off the clutch if you needed to, like on just one of the edges, but we're not going to do that. We don't want to throw everything like off balance. But you, in theory, could take just a touch off. Now, I don't know if we're going to get it running tonight. The kids are over. We're going to kind of hang out, you know. All right, guys, we'll go ahead, jump back to a time lapse, and I'll catch you guys hopefully when we're done, or if we run across anything else. See you then. Whew. All right, guys, it is done. We've got everything put back together, and I'm going to be honest with you, it was a success so far. Anyway, we have started the car up, just got a little ahead of ourselves. You know how it goes, right? You get out here, start working, and you forget the video. But kids are good and greasy, so that's a good thing. I think everybody enjoyed themselves on this. And got them out here, and I don't know, you get to learn a little bit, you know, hang out with them. It was a good day. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start the car up. I know that's what everybody wants to hear. And remember what it sounded like last time. And we also had like a ticking, tapping noise, something like that going on. What we did was we sanded out the bell housing to make clearance for the clutch, and we put the backing plate on, so hopefully that clears everything up. I've not heard the car with the exhaust, so this will be the first time. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing fired up. Car's not been running in a long time, so you know, as you can hear, it's a little rough. We do have some header leaks. We have new bolts and new gaskets for that, so we're going to fix that. But I mean, it sounds good, guys. There's no tapping, no knocking. The starter sounds mint, so we're good there, guys. I'm so excited. I told you in the last video I was going to be a little more upbeat. I had a really good feeling that this was going to work out, and so far so good. All right, let's get back in here and talk real quick. What do y'all think?
Sound good?
Sounds good.
Turned out pretty good.
Yep. So it turned out pretty good, guys. That new starter and new flywheel, that was a ticket. This thing is just a Frankenstein of mixed parts. I'm telling you, we've got a transmission out of a 94, 95. We've got the bell housing out of an older Foxbody, an E3 bell housing. It's just parts from all over the place. Like the input shafts out of something else. We got the thing running. I have not shifted it into gear yet. I've got to go inside and at least change my shirt, throw a towel over the seats. So let me go inside, do that. I'll get cleaned up. We'll come out here, we'll start it up again, and then we'll put it in gear and make sure that the transmission, you know, is doing good. That's the only thing we've not tested yet. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start the car up and see if these wheels will turn. We'll put it in gear, make sure everything's good. Guys, I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is gonna break my heart if there's an issue here, but let's hope that this thing will go into second gear without burring and popping out. Now, it was popping out on the jack stands last time, so this should be a good indication if it's going to work or not. Remember, what we did on that was change the shift fork pads out. We changed these things out right here. As you can see, they're just really worn out. Hopefully that was it. Hopefully that's the problem. We got the drive shaft in. We're going to go ahead and see if this thing will spin over. That was good. All right, that's it. She sits it in the second gear. That was way better than it was. It went right in gear. It stayed in gear, so we're good, guys. I have to get under here and do a little bit of adjustment on the clutch because it's very loose. We do have synchro mesh in the transmission, so if you guys don't know what that is, this is what we're running in the transmission. All right, that's it. We're gonna go ahead, wrap this video up. Hopefully the next time you see this car, it'll be on the ground. We'll get it washed, cleaned up, get the interior put back together, and go spin some tires. We're gonna burn the damn tires off this thing. I could care less. At this point, we have earned it, and we're gonna take this thing out, have some fun with it. Real quick, I do wanna leave you with this. Guys, don't be scared of stuff. As you can see, I got the kids out here with me today, and one of the main things that we talked about was just, it's nuts and bolts. That's the main thing that we talked about today. And you just gotta get out here and work and get after it. You guys know, I'm no expert. I always say this, but I'm no guru. I research things. Matter of fact, we put the new mini high torque starter on this car. And y'all, what was I doing in there while we were eating tonight? Researching. I had it pulled up on YouTube, watching a video. House of Dula has a good one, and a few other guys. But just making sure that I know what I'm doing when it comes to that. So, I mean, it's okay. Everybody's got to do it every once in a while. So do whatever you got to do. Do your research. Get out here. Grind it out, guys. It's nothing but nuts and bolts. I think y'all learned a lot tonight. So, if nothing else, they learned to just get out here and figure it out on their own. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this video up. And as always, thanks for watching.